Welcome everyone. I am Shravani Pal Choudhury and last two digit of my registration number is 95. Today the topic of my discussion is about the major components of RFP and the difference among notice, circular and memo. Here the first topic is about the major components of RFP, and to know the major components, first of all we need to know what is RFP. In general sense, if we analyze the term request for proposals or RFP, we can presume that it is somewhat of a statement that calls for proposals from others. A request for proposal is a document that an organization, often a government agency or a large enterprise, posts to elicit a response as well as a formal bid from potential vendors for a desired IT solution. For example, if we take Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib High Tech Park Sylhet, in this case, when the government decides to build up a high tech park, they first elicit an RFP draft which describes the demanded solution and evaluation criteria that disclose how proposals will be graded. Then the bidders review the draft solicitation and documents and submit suggestions for improvement. Then the government down selected the bidders to a smaller group and enters negotiations on pricing and technical details, and then the government invites the remaining bidders to submit a best and final offer in preparation to award the contract. Here the process of the RFP. Now if we want to discuss about the major components of RFP, then the components are description of project scope and budget, background and introductory information, description of services one company looking for, details of one company's selection criteria and timelines, proofreading the RFP. The first element of the RFP is the description of project scope and budget, and it is before issuing your RFP you have to take the time to define the project you are looking to complete, its scope and how much you can afford to spend. This information will provide the framework for your RFP and helps ensure that it strikes a balance between being too general and overly detailed. The second element is the background and introductory information. With budget and scope in hand, you can start crafting your RFP. While it's tempting to dive right into the details, it's a good idea to provide some background and introductory data about your company. This helps set the stage for potential partners by giving them a sense of your current market, business goals, and current challenges. Now, the third element of the RFP is the description of services you are looking for. For now, it's time to get specific about the services you are looking for to help achieve your goals. For example, if you are building a website, you might look for a company with both front end and back end development experience. If you are creating a mobile app, highlight the need for specific skills in that area, such as expertise in responsive design and building application for multiple mobile platforms. The fourth element of the RFP is the details of one company's selection criteria and timelines. Here you can highlight what skills, services, and market expertise are required for consideration. Clear description of selection criteria will help reduce the risk of sorting through multiple RFPs that don't meet your needs. It's also important to be upfront about your timelines. Give potential partners an end date for RFP submission, a date for final submission, and a clear start to finish project timeline so companies making a proposal can fine tune your bids. Proofreading the RFP is the fifth component of RFP, but not never least. Proofread your RFP, then proofread it again and again. Why? Because even small mistakes could derail project timelines. Consider a zero missing in your budget details or miscommunication about the dates that proposals are due and selections are made. Both could force a restart to the entire RFP process and waste precious time. Here the elements of the RFP, and the next topic is the difference between notice, circular, and the memo. If you say about the notice, a notice is a written or an oral statement that is distributed to a large number of people. On the other hand, a circular is a written or oral statement that is distributed to a small or selective group of people. And this is the main and the basic difference between notice and circular. Notice is distributed to a large number of people, and circular is distributed to a small or selective group of people. For example, the Department of Business Administration of SAST wished to hold a meeting to plan for the annual business fest. Then the head of the department have to send some information to those who he want to involve in organizing the fest. May he not want all the students to be involved initially, since it may take a lot of time and there may be too many suggestions. Instead, he may choose to invite only the committee members to discuss details such as the date, venue, duration, how to get sponsors, and so on. For this purpose, he may send a circular only to the organizing committee members requesting them to attend the meeting. During the meeting, the date and venue may be finalized and various smaller committees may be formed, such as reception committee, stage committee, and so on. He may also decide to get each student to contribute a nominal amount for the fest. In order to announce these details and to ask for students' contribution, he may then put up a notice on the official departmental notice board which all the students can see and respond to. And the next topic is the memo. A memo is normally used for communicating policies, procedures, or related official business within an organization. On the other hand, or other word, we can say that memo is a short message sent from one person to another in the same organization. It is an informal written communication form. The memo is essentially a considered or a brief report that can be used to convey information and decisions or to make short request to the co-workers, superiors, and subordinates. And here the end of my speech. Thank you all.